want, not the kind of attention that they want, and many of them aren't striving anymore to please you. I don't know if please is the right word. They're not looking for your approval. They're now at that point where they're looking for the approval of donors, stakeholders, investors. They're more interested in who are you and why should we take you. So for your NGO volunteer search, try to look for also grassroots small NGOs. You know, the NGOs you just called now they're big NGOs, and actually know the owner of one of them, and they any of them don't care about you or what you intend to do for them. They just like, yeah, they already have the projects they want to do. They already have the volunteers. Another thing also is that most NGOs don't want volunteers all the time because um I hope I'm not talking too much. Most
No, you're
NGOs,
not.
they don't want volunteers all the time because they don't have projects all the time. So I don't know why that man hung up on you like that. That's about him being a person, the kind of person he is, and it's not about.
It's a small application, funny enough. It's a very small. It's human. I think it's human rights. Um, whatever. I just checked the Instagram. What's it called on the what's it called? Yeah, page on Google, and I got the number, and I reached out to them. I want to cancel some others. They did not even pay, so I had to now ask AI. Just look for. If I don't really know how I'm going to like search for other organizations, just help me get organizations that I can apply for voluntary service to, and that was what I got.
So maybe he's in that phase of his life where he's like, please, and that money I did find Joe. Who be this one where they call me? He just hung up. All right, so let's see. It's just about finding good people and finding an NGO that has an office where you might at least just want to do small, simple, everyday things.
Yeah.
However, in the absence of that, we are still going to um, enter activities for your applications. So don't worry about that. You have also by yourself a lot of activities that you've been embarking on your own. You have your own initiatives that you've been embarking on. So we have content for our application. So this checklist must be submitted along with everything. I've sent you the screenshot and I've sent you the link where you can get this. After everything, you must also submit this checklist signed at the bottom. I'm going to follow you till that process and we're going to sign this. We'll tick
Okay.
everything here. You can use your Adobe to tick, or you can go print and use a pen. I don't know how much printing is now. So they want to
Five
ensure
hundred.
500 for a page.
Yes.
Sorry, black and white or colored.
Black, black and white.
Uh, how much is a printer?
I don't know.
Anyway, I haven't needed a printer in a long while, except for papers that I just need to submit in person because the country where I am, I don't. If I ever hear them talk about hi, the country where I am, if I ever hear them talk about sustainability or environment, I'm going to scream. They send you letters, envelopes every day. Everything is by paper. People here still use checks. And I'm like, what? Like they use like papers like all the time. They use papers more than Nigerians. So sometimes I get to print. But for applications, you don't need to print at all. Even to put pictures on my applications or my documents, I don't go out to print anything. There are apps for that. So I'm going to send you apps that we will use for those. So do you use a Samsung? or an iPhone?
iPhone.
Okay, so you definitely will have applications that can type on this, write on this, tick, and
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
you should use that. And then for the DAD form, let me click on the DAD form, the ad. So we're hi. So we're working on a scholarship application. So this is the DAAD application form here. Okay, if you can see my screen, I'm down. I'm opening
Yes,
it now.
yes.
I've clicked. I think it's going to download to my desktop. It needs to be filled electronically. Okay, so you don't even need to use a pen for this. Um, I've been clicking on it, and let me just open a new tab. Oh, it's refusing to open a new tab. It's refusing to open a new tab. So hold on, let me try again. That shouldn't be a problem. We're just going to go somewhere and download the ad form. No, no. Okay, hold on. Hi, Anike. I wouldn't say that I'm successful. I would just say I wasn't consistent for like when I started, and I started since 2015. The year is there, but I wasn't consistent. I wasn't doing anything. But what really helped me is when I started going live. When I started going live, as you can see, there are only like 3 people watching now. I started going live. Sometimes I won't get any views. Nobody will watch me, and I noticed that people
I'll
started
also
watching.
try to reach out to my school for reference letter and recommendation letter. That should not be hard.
Yes, yes, that we're gonna do that. So let me look for the ad application form since it's not opening from that school website. So when I started going live, people weren't watching, and I didn't give up because I just wanted to document my courses and everything I was doing, so that if I have another client, I may not have to restart all of this. They would just go watch the video. But yeah, people started watching and I was surprised. People started watching after like 3 months and I was surprised. I wouldn't say I'm successful. This particular one isn't monetized, but my other one is monetized. Hold on, let me talk to my student. So I'm trying to get the DAD form. It's a green document like this, and I should have a copy. I should have an unused copy. I always have unused copies. Nope, not this. It's a green document. Hold on. Let me check. I do have unused copies in my device.
Okay.
So, back to you, Aneke. I know that if I were doing the kind of fun things that I like to do, like singing, dancing, top tens, I'll be more engaging and people would watch. But I'm always like very, very tired, sleepy, and I just want to sleep. Um, Social media helps me to going live makes me help me to stay happy. Some people always say they're depressed when they're abroad, but I've noticed that going abroad just going online live helps me. Is my student singing after submitting the ad, the ad, that form? Aha! I found that form. It's empty, so I would send this to you. No, no. So I said I found a DAAD form and it's empty, and I will send this to you. DAAD, Zeph, DAAD form. Let me rename it so it will be easy. Send to Grace, DAAD form. Send to Grace. Empty DAAD form. Oh, I can't rename because it's open somewhere, so I'm closing it here. Try again. Copy. Hi. Copy here. Yes, we can be friends. I'm in school. Um, I'm currently helping someone to apply for a scholarship. So it's just part of what I do because I've gotten a couple of scholarships in the past and it helped me to study abroad. So I help people to get scholarships. I don't give the money because I don't have the money, but I help people to apply, like what we're doing now. Okay, so on your WhatsApp, you see that I've sent it to you.
Okay.
Just open and go through it. Let me go through it here too.
Oh, I can feel it though.
Okay, let me share my screen. Today I'm just disappointed. Yeah, yes, I'm from Nigeria. Let me say hi to everyone. Marie, hi. Today I'm helping someone to apply for a scholarship. We're applying to the AD program. Hi, Asha. Smile. I'm smiling. I'm smiling. Um, UNR Heat. And you remember me? It's Scooter Bug. Hi, Scooter Bug. Are you a doctor? No, I'm not a doctor. Thanks for joining Asha and Aneke. Oh, thank you, Marie. You are so adorable. Because how do I become successful on YouTube like you? So that's what I was talking about. You probably will experience even greater success. This account is not monetized, but my other account is. And here I just like going live and sharing what I do with my time. And Sandeep, hi. Carrie Dana, Pandi Moham Dana. I don't understand, but love you too. Hi, Deborah Timms. Love. Yeah, that's actually my name. So love and hearts to you too. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Anyways, I was gonna send you a heart. Robert Podel. Hi. Daniel Osheng. Hi. Is that Ghanaian Osheng? I think that's a Ghanaian name. I'm not in Nigeria. Let me talk to my student now. I'm trying to help her to apply for a scholarship. So, have you gone through the document now?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Let me see.
But I found out that I cannot attach my picture there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying that there are applications for that. There's an application that I use that helps me to still export the picture in a high resolution. And it's called you can actually use InShots or you can use Fonto. I'm gonna text them to you. I'll probably show you how to use
Okay.
them maybe. InShot or Fonto to attach your photo to the form. I mostly use Fonto and save as PNG is higher than JPEG, and I save as PNG. so that I can convert it back to PDF and it would be clear. Okay, what's my name? My name is Love. What's my tribe? The tribe of Judah. I'm a Christian. I'm from Nigeria. And my tribe in Nigeria, there's so many tribes in Nigeria. I don't, if you're not Nigerian, I happily just share maybe where my tribe is, even though I know the person wouldn't know. But if you're Nigerian, I always say we're Nigerians, we are one. And I don't like to say exactly where I'm from, you know. But yeah, my state, that's part of the questions of my tribe. Well, hold on. Let me talk to my student. So, are you downloading the applications now? 'Cause you don't have.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
I've downloaded the application already.
I was gonna say you don't have to download them now, but if you have, that's okay. Um, Nigeria has 371 tribes across 250 ethnic groups with 521 languages. Okay, so here that's we'll get to that. You want us to go through the whole process of the form now?
Yes, that's okay. Yes.
Okay, because on your WhatsApp already you have list of documents that we need. Let me go through them again. The checklist form that I showed you, you must attach it at the end of your application. Your DAAD form is this one. This is where we're doing the
Okay.
main application. Then letter of motivation, we're going to work on that together. Your CV must be Europass. We're going to go through the Europass CV right now. After checking out
Okay.
this form. Um, your diploma, degree certificate, and transcript, all of that we're going to look at and check out. Proof of professional experience, that is where you've worked, where they're going to send you a letter for where you've worked. Your boss or someone you work with is going to have to write a letter. Um, Letter of reference, that's from your workplace or maybe from school. Sorry, that's from school. And proof of English proficiency. I'm looking at your WhatsApp, the picture I sent to your WhatsApp. Proof of English proficiency.
Okay.
Let me see what they want for your proof of English proficiency, please. Let me see. Hold on. You're sharing screen. Ah, so this is what I've been reading from. Let me see what they want for proof of English. They want TOEFL. Wait, TOEFL online version. Minimum of 90 points. IELTS possibly 6.5. Important notes. Candidates who have received their degree from an English language college or university. So for you, you don't need to write IELTS, okay?
Okay.
Because you just need to get a letter from your school showing that English was your medium of instruction,
Okay.
okay?
That means I'm getting if I'm going to write to my HOD, she's going to have to write recommendation letter and proof that I studied in English.
Yes, this is to certify that the call your name was a student at so 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 university, this faculty, and English language was the language of instruction was English. It's a very short letter that most of my students had.
Okay.
I'll check for samples. Let me see if I have samples on my folder. Language of instruction. Sorry, I couldn't find the form. I couldn't find the language of instruction thingy, but let me check online if we're gonna find one. Language of instruction letter. So here we're checking out language of instruction letters. Let me see. This is Minnesota. No. Letter for English language instruction. Let's see what this gives. To whom it may concern. So this is a sample that we can use. This letter verifies the official language of instruction and examination at the university. Okay, that the official is English. All courses taught. So if you can see my screen, it's something like this that they're going to.
I'm just seeing. Sorry, I'm just seeing the school website where that's the
Okay,
previous
yeah,
one. Yeah,
I
the
see.
school. Yes,
Copy link
university.
address. So I'm sending it to your WhatsApp. Let me know if you can see it. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see if you can download and view.
Yes.
That's even a very long one. It's usually very short. Let me check images. So images, you see that the letters are so short. This one says this is to certify that. Okay, I'm not sure you can see this too since you couldn't see that other one. Unlock this document after an ad. For real? Me? Watch an ad? Now? Maybe later, but not now. This is another language of instruction letter. No, not okay. So it's very, very short. Let's see this one. Are you sure you can see my screen? Oh no, you can't. Oh, I now see what you are
It's just
seeing.
showing like your phone.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna copy the
It's
link.
showing the folder.
Yeah, copy link address sent to you. That's a shorter version.
Okay.
Hi Moses. Hi everyone. What's your name, tribe? Yeah, I've told you that there are 71 tribes, and normally when you say your tribe and the Nigerian, they'll just be like, ah, you're my sister, or they'll be like, hmm.
Okay.
So sometimes I'm just like, I have to say it. Okay, so let's now examine the DAAD form. DAAD. Oh, sorry. Before we do that, let me be sure that we're done with the requirements. Yes, English is the last. Oh no, it wasn't the last. English wasn't the last. Going back to share the tab. So copy of your passport, a scan of your international passports. If you don't have an international passport yet, you have NIN. So they said here that if you don't have an international passport yet, provide a scan of your national ID with the respective information. Okay, but when it's time to go to
Okay.
school, you will need your international passport.
Definitely.
Good.
I'm working on it.
All right. So further information after your application. Do we need that now? Da, da, da. Okay, all the scholars have to attend an additional German language course for 4 months starting in June of the year after your admission. So these are frequently asked questions whenever you want. You just come here and read the frequently asked questions.
Okay.
So that letter is what you're going to use for your English. Um, what time is it? In about a moment, I'll need.
Also, my transcript is student transcript.
Your transcript is what?
Student transcript.
Yeah, that's okay. We're just uploading it.
Okay. That means I might have to get a full transcript, right?
No, this particular school, what they do is when you're among the top 15 or top whatever they want to do, they're going to send you a mail to send them back certified true copies. So that means you go to
Oh,
High Court Asaba and do certified true copies. When we get to that bridge, I'll let you know what to do.
okay.
Now let's look at the DAAD form. All right, this is where you put your name and your nationality. Always be careful. There's a there's the English part under. Okay,
Yes, yes, I saw that.
okay, and name nationality. Application for no, not for grants, not doctoral grant. Um, other program, please specify. This is where we're going to put it. So we're going to put the one we're applying for, not public policy. The helmet is what we're putting here.
You what?
The one I don't want to speak German that I don't understand. If you search for helmet on your chat, um, helmet helmet
Okay,
Schmitz.
okay, okay.
That's the umbrella name for those six courses in those six universities. So that's what you're
Okay,
putting there. So we're gonna,
okay,
yeah. What we do is after you've completely filled the form, you're going to go online to split PDF. So we have a PDF splitter. It splits the PDF. You extract your page to this page, take it to Fonto, the application, put your picture,
okay,
convert to PNG, convert later to PDF, and then merge all your PDF files again. It's tasking, but it's very doable. So now let's look here. Familia name. Your family name is your surname. Always look carefully. In bold is the English version. So I'm gonna
yes,
yeah. So here correspondence number 2 is your address. Wherever you are staying in Asaba, there's a postal code. So just check Google, you see the postal code.
Yeah.
Number three, for some reason, the schools in Europe they care about your they care about your secondary school. So you're going to put your where you did your secondary school education.
Okay.
Number four is
Institution.
yeah, sorry, I could see it, but I was carried away. I got my head went somewhere else. I'm so sorry. Um, so what you studied, um, for your university, you could just put what you studied here, the degrees that you held, degrees that you have so far, and your results. Mm, if there's anyone you're still expecting, that's what you put here.
Okay.
Yes. Then for duration of planned stay in Germany, we're going to check the duration of the course. I'm going to check it now. I think it's about 18 months. Let me be sure.
That's a
Scholarship.
year and 6 months.
Yes, but let's see the um studies. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen anymore. So curriculum.
I mean, I'm actually learning a German language.
Ah, cool. So let me go back to the website. It says here the 2-year program. So I think yours is in 18 months. Yours is exactly like 2 years. Brand School Master of Public Policy is a 2-year interdisciplinary degree program. So we're gonna put 2 years or 24 months in the application. Moving on to number 7. Please remember to leave this place blank as they've asked us to. Well, on every page here, repeat your name. See, on every
Okay.
page, you're supposed to repeat your name at the top. One of the reasons why I say people we need to do this is because when they print they sit down to analyze your document. They use a projector now, but back then they would just sit down and print documents. So just in case your paper flies off the table, all the papers fly out the table, they will know which ones belong to you.
Okay.
So you put your name on top of all of them in the space provided. Now, number 8 is your chosen field, okay, and the host university. So you put it here. Remember that for this application, you're going to fill this form twice.
Oh,
Yeah, if you're applying to 2 schools in the program, you have to fill the form twice. So for this first application, you're going to put the one we are applying to now. That's the name of the school you're putting here. And then,
a helmet.
yes, the public policy school. Public policy, the school, the brand school is what you're putting here. The name of the university. The number 9 is if you intend to obtain a degree of course. Number 10 is outline your project, the project you intend to do. So remember that for your master's degree, you need to have like a question in mind, a research interest. Like, what are you interested in? Why are you doing this master's?
Hmm.
So you put your project here. It will also be in your statement of purpose. Um,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna fill the form Like I told you, the checklist we added last, and I also like to fill the form last when I've done everything I need to do. So we just
Okay.
fill the form last and submit. But if you want to fill it first, no problem too. Okay, because it can always be edited. Um, Language skills. So you put your language skills here and how good you are at the language. Number 13. If you received a DAAD scholarship in the past, no. Um, Sponsored by other institution, no. Applying under another program for the same DAAD and currently applying to other institution, you let them know. Um, Usually I don't, but it's up to you.
Is it like Germany?
If it's what?
The another institution, is it like Germany or
Remember
does
that.
it mean another university?
Okay, when they say sponsored by another institution,
Yes.
you don't need to put Chevnin because Chevnin is not sponsoring you for this program. Chevnin is UK. This is German.
Okay.
Good. So even if
So
you
what
got,
do I put there?
you don't put
I'll just
anything
say no.
because you're not being sponsored.
Okay. Okay.
So we're now on the third page. Put your name again on the top, number 14. Um, if you've been abroad before to study or to work, you indicate up here. If you haven't, feel free to leave this place blank. Um, Even if it's just for one month. Have you ever traveled to study or to work?
No.
Okay. Um, Number 15. Please give complete information from to where type of work, practical or professional work experience. Please, I'm going to talk to you and say do not fill any of these yet.
Okay.
Let us work on your CV first. Let's work on your CV, your statement of purpose, your letter of recommendation, everything, and then we'll come and fill the form last. Okay.
Okay.
So, what are you doing currently? You're gonna put that here, still on number 15. So number 16, they're asking if you're gonna be granted leave, if your workplace is gonna grant you leave. So if you're currently working and your workplace will grant you leave, say yes. Otherwise, just say no. You can say always say yes. And then when it comes to the paid part, you can write yes or no. It wouldn't matter.
Okay.
But let them know that your workplace is permitting you to leave. Number 17, what professional career do you envisage? What do you want to be after this program? Put that in number 17. Number 18, what are your extracurricular interests? That's when you now write things that you like to do, your hobbies. You can also write that you like the youth thing that you do. You can put that. Number 19, anything that you think is important that you can add to this application. You can now start saying things like you run an NGO, you volunteer at other NGOs. You can put all these other things here. So 20, um, that's when you put your, in case of an emergency, who do we notify? You put that here, and then that's the end of the form. Sign, date, and where you're signing and dating. So it is 4 pages with the first page not very um, full. So the first page you're just putting your name, your nationality, and the program you're applying for. One thing, you will write your name as it appears on your proof of identification. One thing about I've noticed
Okay.
about one thing about the US in Europe is that they like your name to follow an order. So to Americans and to Europeans, Obama Barack, sorry, is not Barack Obama. But in Nigeria, we can replace name and surname as we like, that we can exchange the position of name and surname. Mm. Ogochuku Okonkwo. Tomorrow your teacher comes to class and says, Okonkwo Ogochuku. And then another day again, your teacher comes to class and it's like, Okonkwo Ogo. And then teacher comes to class another day and says, Ogo Okonkwo. But
It just depends on the spirit.
on the spirit, like, but when you're in Europe or in the US, your name has to follow a particular pattern. So Oprah Winfrey is not Winfrey Oprah. So you notice that most of the celebrities that you know, there are two names. The two names now go together like a song.
Yes.
We can always say, "Oh, Adichie Chimamanda," and we know who we're talking about. But these people,
Yeah.
they only know Chimamanda Adichie. Taraji P Henson. Do you know her?
Not really. I might know her,
The
but
name.
not by the name. Yes.
Tyler Perry, Gabrielle Union. They put the names like in an order that has to be followed. Tomorrow she says, "Oh, I'm Union Gabrielle." They're like, "Who's that?" I'm Grande Ariana. Who's that? So, and I'm also saying it because I've experienced it before here. It's happened to me. I put my name before my surname on some documents, and I put my surname before my name on other documents. To me, I was still the same person, but I had to go and swear an affidavit for that. And something similar also happened to one of the Delta States honorable members of the House of Assembly one time. I think he was denied being speaker because the names on his document didn't tally. There's a story like that. I think so. In some offices in Nigeria, it matters how you place your name. Otherwise, maybe it was just some kind of political witch hunting to deprive him of the position. They said his secondary school document had his name and surname in a different order from the way he was carrying his name right now. So check your NIN. How is your name arranged? Because that's the same way you're also probably going to have your name on your passport, because they now use NIN for passport. So you just put it in the right order. I'm hammering on this so that you don't have to start missing opportunities and doing a fit of it.
Okay.
Okay.
My
Um,
surname.
you said?
My surname comes first.
Okay, good. So the way I do mine, my surname is first, and then the name everyone calls me, and then my middle name. So I just put that like, because on the passport, that's the way they put it, like surname,
Yeah.
name, other names, or middle name.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can use my phone to do this illustration for you. It's something I'll have to do with the. Sorry, I'm sharing my screen. This is the app that I said you could use to put your passport. Not only for this application, for other things, you can always use it to put your picture on many documents. And I think you can use your Microsoft Office too, but I never do. This is what I permanently use. I'm gonna use my phone to show you later. What time is it?
Okay.
Um, okay, I have a class in 30 minutes, so I'll see how I can round up now.
Okay.
Mm. So that's one. Let's look for an Erasmus scholarship that we can start focusing on. Let me check. Let me check my personal Erasmus database for courses that people have applied to. Eh, It's showing me contacts. No, I'm looking for chats. Erasmus. Why am I not seeing it? Okay, let me just see if it's study abroad. I saved it as study abroad. Oh, so they're like very old messages from last year, so they're not appearing on my WhatsApp web. This is 2024. Use WhatsApp on your phone to see older messages. Okay, never mind. I guess I'll just use this use their catalog here. We've used their catalog before. Oh, sorry. I said the next thing we're gonna do is the Europass CV.
Yes.
This thing stresses me out. So create your Europass.
Alright.
Not you, Joe. I just remember those days when to create your Europass CV, they tell you to download an app, then the app will give you some sort of authentication, then you now come back to, and it just keeps failing, and it's just stressful. But I hope they fixed it now. They've already started. Obidokwa already. So, the Europass CV, create your profile. I'll just send you the link. First of all, I'll send you the link, and I'll send you pictures of people's Europass CV. It's very easy to use. Like, so
Okay.
let me see Europass CV. You can pick your color. You can pick your style. I don't know why they had to do something different. So here it is. It's just like a regular CV, but it comes with like a Europass stuff like this.
Okay.
They use it in a lot of European countries. Europass CV. I've sent you the link. It's so easy to do. If I could go through the entire process, or maybe if you've already started it, that won't be a problem. By the way, I went through your LinkedIn that time when you sent it to me, and I went through it again another time, and it looks so good right now.
Thank you.
It looks it looks so good. I want to hire you. I don't know. I don't want to hire you like come and work for me as a PA or something. I want to hire you on the
I would
board
love that. I mean, I'm so blessed.
on the board of directors. I want to hire you for like a very important. It looks so good. The picture,
Thank
everything.
you.
The way you spoke about yourself, the way you presented your experience, it's beginning to look really, really good.
Thank you.
Good. Yes. So we're
Thank you
also,
very much.
thank you. We're going to work more on that because the idea is people need to, when people see your CV, they should just see that, wow. They should just see that you're focused, you're ambitious, you are intelligent, you're a scholar, you care about the way that you're seen in the professional world. That's very good. Um, Good. So we'll talk more about that later. Do you have any questions for me now? I know I owe you a CV. Thankfully, I haven't touched the CV because we need to do a Europass CV. We're going to use the Europass CV for your Erasmus applications as well as this one. But for Chevening, we don't need Europass CV at all.
Okay. Okay. No problem. I will try and reach out to try and call my HOD today and see how I can get what's it called?
Language of
Recommendation letter
instruction. Mm.
for that. Yeah. If she is not compliant, because I know I reached out to her before. Because my intention was that I was going to apply on my own before. So I reached out. I even went to school to meet her, and she said write a draft on the letter, which I did and I sent to her, but she had not responded to me. She didn't say anything. I said, oh, that I don't call her and all of that. So I might have to call her again and probably go to school and still meet her and maybe meet my other lecturers. So that just in case she says, oh, she cannot do it for me, somebody else can do it for me.
Yes, lecturers tend to feel that way. How do I explain it? Like teachers, they don't move, but the people they train are always moving. Like they are mothers of all professions. So the most times they feel neglected or rejected, like you only come to them when you need something. And that is why some lecturers in Nigeria have started charging for letters of recommendation as an extra
Yes.
way to make money. Um, because they just feel like you only come to me when you need me. Because I too, I know that when I left school, I wasn't in touch with my lecturers because honestly, I didn't need them for anything. And back then, we couldn't just like text our teachers and those things. But now, I was in touch with one of my lecturers. But after a while, too, not just her, I stopped talking to a lot of people. And if I need something now and I go back to meet her, I'm going to feel very guilty. She's probably going to feel very upset, rejected, but it happens a lot, especially if they liked you when you were a student. It,
Yes.
it just feels like, so you left me since and now you want me. So, yeah, we'll talk to her. Also, I need to talk to you about the quality of your recommendation for this application. This lecturer you're talking to, are you talking to her for a recommendation letter?
Yes. Actually, for recommendation data and also for reference data and for the English um, data.
So, what does she do in the school?
She's my HOD.
Okay, have you ever worked with her?
Not really. She was just my first advisor at the time I entered school. So we didn't really do much.
Okay, so let me tell you about the letter of recommendation. It has to be a lecturer that can vouch for your work.
Okay, okay. My HOD, my project supervisor, I'm not really in good talking terms with him because
Don't worry. Let's use the one
I
you
don't
have.
know.
Let's work with the
Okay,
one you have. But I want to let you know that your recommendation letter is not just something you attach to your application. It's also important in your application.
okay,
So looking for whoever is going to sign for you is just as important as the entire application. It's not just find somebody. Like I know I had a student that said, I want to use my pastor. So I asked him, is your pastor the pastor of a mega church? Is your pastor famous? Do people know your pastor all around the world? because you can't just use your pastor. Have you worked with your pastor before?
No.
Good, because it's like, let me tell you how it is. Let's say your name is Ifoma, and
Okay.
someone brings Ifoma to me, Ifoma's CV to me and says, ah, I get one neighbor Ifoma, should they find work for this thing, project management. I'll be like, oh, okay. I'll look at Ifoma, okay. She tries, she gets all the things when I need, when we need for this job. But I not like all these people we go just come, then they go come they lazy, or they go they very active the first week. Later they not go they active again. Or they no sabi work with others, then they very rude, or they sassy, or they lazy, you know. So I want to know person we don't work with her before. I never work with her. I just know saying she dey find work. She study this thing. She dey find work. And I know, but you don't work with her before. No. I never work with her before. Where she don't work before? She don't work for so so and so place. Oh yeah, make she bring the letter of person where she don't work with now. You know. So that's what it's like, because this the lecturers, most lecturers want to know if another person in authority can vouch for you.
Okay. Now I get what you're saying. They can vouch for me because, yeah, I would say they can vouch for me because she was also my what's it called, when I was writing, when I was doing my internship, she was my supervisor for my internship, so she can vouch for me.
Okay.
Yes, and she was my first advisor as well.
And they also, yeah, okay, so who is this person? That's number one. They want to know who this person is, the position of this person. Does this person have research? Is this person in a high position?
Yes, yes.
Secondly, um, secondly is, have you worked with this person? That's the second one. And then for you, you should be looking for a lecturer or a supervisor that likes you, because most people would just go for high position, high title. Like, oh yes, I know Dangote. He's my church member. Okay. Does he know you? Does he like you? Because it's only a person that likes you that will want to send you a recommendation letter, even if they tell you that, oh, you will pay, but at least the fact that they want to do it for you. There has to be an atom of likeness. All right, so um let's see, sign up for the Europass CV thing, and then maybe you can share password and other things with me so that
Okay.
we can work on it together. I have to start preparing for my I'm looking at the Nigerian time for my 12:30 class now. Take care.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye. How you doing? Africa needs one president for the entire Africa. Really? Africans are already too much for ourselves. Like Africa, we're already like too much for ourselves. ECOWAS already, we can't work together. African Union already, we're having problems working together. We don't even have like unified border control and free movement the way we have in Europe. It is still so stressful, especially as Nigerians. We still get badly treated when we land in other airports in Africa. So uniting Africa is going, it's beyond just having one president. That president is going to be so powerful and such a dictator. So if anything at all, it would be what the Swiss government is doing, where you have like seven heads of state at the same time. So Africa needs Africa just needs everyone in their current position of authority to man their space with wisdom and intelligence. For now, unity is a beautiful word, but we should put unity more into the way we treat each other and not into the concept of a single political government. Because if we want to work with just a single political government, that's going to lead to a lot of wars. Already in Nigeria, there's this crisis, and there are always these religious, regional wars about which tribe is producing the next president, which tribe is producing the next president. It just feels like people should just go their own ways and govern themselves. So imagine doing it on a broad scale like Africa with over 50 something countries. Now, we're already too much for ourselves. When we talk about unity in Africa, it should be about loving each other. Like, I see you and you're African and I'm nice to you. And Africans should also be well behaved outside, because sometimes when I go abroad and I see the way some people misbehave, even though they're Africans like me, not just because they're Africans, but I see that there are some white people that do stuff like that too. But when I see Africans do things that are embarrassing, it just makes me feel like you're giving everyone a bad name. Everyone's going to look at you and think we're all like that. But we're not all like that. So I think we should fix that first. Otherwise, we can't even love each other, not to mention having one single government. So when it comes to to unity in Africa, we should just ignore the point of political unity and economic unity. We can talk about how we can make businesses seamless, together across the countries. How, for example, I can't get payments from my Ghanaian customers, from my Beninois customers, Cameroonian customers. They can't pay me. We should think of how we can unify our banking system. You know, we should think about how we can easily move goods and services. But I don't think we should like focus on having like a common purse right now, or a common government, or a common treasury, a common army. We shouldn't be thinking of that kind of political unity right now, because we're already like too much for ourselves in our different respective countries. Everyone should just man the space that they have now and use intelligence and wisdom to rule and govern, and especially invest in young people, invest in security, invest in Africans, invest in young people. Because a lot of African governments are focusing more on how to please foreigners, foreign governments who have interest in the country. We should focus on developing our people, because there's so much brain drain. Intelligent people leaving the country. Like, for myself, I always tell people, like, I don't want to be here. I love Nigeria. I think Nigeria is the best place in the world, the entire world, for any human being to live, when it comes to natural resources, when it comes to the fresh air, when it comes to the good food. Nigeria is like the most habitable place that I think people should live. When it comes to the manners, the good hygiene. In many of these countries, when I step out, like, a lot of people don't have good hygiene, don't have good manners. Yesterday, I had to wear a face mask because people just keep coughing in your face, but they don't do that in Nigeria. So I tell a lot of people, like, look, I'm not here because your country is better than mine. I'm here because I don't like my government. And if my government would just do a good thing, then I wouldn't have to be here. So I think when it comes to one president for Africa, we don't need that now, because they haven't even handled the small territories, the single territories that they've been given. And it would be so intoxicating for one person to be the president of the entire Africa, which is a very, very wealthy continent. Why do you make me discuss this topic? Why do you make me discuss this topic? Oh.
Jinx and Butch's parents are coming over. Dang it. Care to explain? Okay, so their parents are kind of mad at us for letting you guys watch a scary movie and eat a basic sugar. They were acting kind of rude today. Jinx ate his lunch in his locker, and Booch tipped over a vending machine. You know what? You'll make new friends better friends. Wait, they won't let us hang out anymore? Jinx and Booch were only friends in Secret Shores. Come on, that's not true. What about Kyle and Ninochka? You're just making names up. Bush isn't Wendy.
I'm sending
We
hearts to
said let's
myself.
stop
I'm
it.
just
You guys
testing.
want me to have a normal life. We do. We just thought that meant letting you and your friends watch whatever you want and eat lots of candy. You two better fix this. How in the world are we gonna fix this, Stevie? Mom and Dad aren't here, and that's who Mama Jinx and Papa Booch want to talk to. Well, if they want Mom and Dad, let's give them Mom and Dad. This guy's list? Oh no, you can't be serious. Do I get a vote on this? Nope. Oh.
Another disadvantage is that if Africa unites and it falls into the hands, I mean, politically unite, and it falls into the hands of an unintelligent body of leadership, of leaders, then Africa will be so easy to by these neo colonialists that are still seeking to exploit Africa. So I like the fact that everyone is just manning their own territory right now. And you see how governments, like, I don't want to call their name because I'm in their countries, how they have problems with this country, and then they decide to go to Nigeria and start romancing the Nigerian president. And as you can see, the Nigerian president, he doesn't even know. I don't think his team or anybody around him knows that this person that he's cavorting with, allegedly, is someone that most African countries are wary of, and they don't want him around because he's very condescending towards Africans, and he's always condescending towards Africans. He's always looking for a place to exploit. So I think that the fact that still we still have our own sovereignty as different states in Africa, I think is good because now one person doesn't have a single point of entry into African resources. Take care. I'm gonna go now. Miss you guys. It was so much fun today. Bye. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm signing off now, and I hope you're happy. I'll talk about something else in another video. And make sure rejoice, you're wonderful. I want to say hi to Deborah Teams. I want to say hi to Chipetta Paleo. Adu Samuel, Christopher Begg. Say hi to Palio, Adu Samuel, Chipeta Moses, Dad Daniel, Aneka Rejoice, Robert Poydell, Deborah Teams, Sandeep, Mary Reyes. She's helping me to thank people for joining. UNR Heat, Asha, Mary Reyes. Oh, Mary Reyes, thank you. Thank you. Let me see if I follow Mary Reyes. So I'll just subscribe to your go to channel. Mary Reyes, I'm your fourth subscriber. I'm your fourth subscriber. Aneka Rejoice, you were talking about growing your account. One video, Aneke, um, I'll subscribe. Am I your first subscriber?
To the quiet girls, the ones who sit in silence, thinking too much and saying too little, the ones who feel deeply but rarely speak it, the ones who hold back because they've been judged, ignored, or told they're too sensitive. This is for you. Listen to me. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need to shout to be seen. Your quiet strength is still strength. Your softness is not weakness. It's grace wrapped in courage. Keep blue.
Wait, am I her only subscriber now? I'm her only subscriber. I just subscribed. Anyeke Rejoice. I'm your only subscriber. Yay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I really have to go now. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you.